Hello and welcome everybody to the Mineski Pro Gaming League season number 6. It's going to be a 2-game series between Insidious and MVP in the group stage of this, if we ever actually get to load into the game, because Steam was actually down like 1 hour ago or something, close to it at least, and now looks like some people are still affected by the Steam issues. So hopefully we're just gonna have a remake of the lobby and everything will be fine, but if not, then I guess back to the waiting screen and some music we go, but just gonna keep you entertained until then. We are of course at HeflaTV. I am Coucher and I think I'm joined by HeflaMoke. Probably.
Yeah, sort of. I'm trying to sort my own problems here because I can't connect to the game either, so... Well...
Well, they're just gonna... Well, they started again. Poloson at least said he's here now. Said he's ready.
What? There's a new lobby?
There was the same lobby. And they
well, I'm still trying to connect to the old game. You didn't tell me there is a new lobby. Now
well,
I'm in a game where 10 people disconnected. Nice.
Well, it showed you in the lobby there still, in the last lobby. So, can you connect to anything since the draft?
Yeah, no, I'm in the old game, but not in the new one. So I just hope that Poloson is not connecting.
Oh no, we're in the draft now.
That's good. So I think congratulations, Coucher. You have a solo cast.
Yes, epic success. Maybe you can just do a new reconnect and it will somehow work. Like magically, since it did show you in the lobby, maybe it works somehow.
I restart Dota, but I doubt it. I was still in the old game. I don't know why it showed me in the new one. It's mystical Valve business, so let's see.
But for the draft, man, the new patch, it has completely hit everybody. Terrorblade banned out by MVP, Medusa taken out by Insidious. It's just 2 new heroes that were just introduced to the Captain's mode, and suddenly just first ban material already. It's definitely nice to see some change from just the Razor Death Prophet Lycan band. And I guess I'll just go about this as a solo cast for now. Just let me know if you can connect or if you can't.
Nope.
Okay, well, I guess a solo cast it is then.
I can watch your game, but there's a delay on it.
Oh yeah. That will be the best kind of casting. One caster has a 2-minute delay.
Yeah, you tell me what happens like 2 minutes ahead of time. That's all good.
Well, but in any case, in CSL, they do ban out the Skyriff Mage second. MVP.HOT6 waiting for a little bit. I actually can't recall too much what Insidious love to run. I do know that they like early aggression. Before 6.82, they run like Tusk as well as Juggernaut supports with the Skyriff Mage, just going extremely aggressive early on, and just kind of snowballing from there. A little bit similar to how Rave plays. Just go with the aggressive supports that roam around, try to win the lanes with just aggressive roaming, get the kills, and just snowball completely out of control. But whether they will go for that same style now, it remains to be seen. They do pick up a Brewmaster first. Definitely some teamfight orientation already there. Just once you pop the Primal Split early on, the enemy really doesn't have all that much to do, to be honest. Yes, MVP.HOT6. Lycan is available, although not too many teams still prefer the Lycan because of the heavy nerfs that the hero received. I guess the ultimate, you do have faster movement speed now, but then again, you have a 1.5 second channel kind of when you're activating the shapeshift. So that can be a huge downside to that hero as well, of course. I do believe MVP.HOT6, oh, I can't even recall what they played yesterday. It felt to me like they had the superior team fight, yet they were unable to just execute it at all. They just got completely crushed. And whoever actually wins this 2-game series, or if it's going to be 2-0, then that means that first departure, they actually don't have a chance at all to advance to the playoffs anymore. So that would make the last game, MVP.HOT6 versus first departure, kind of redundant, and maybe they would play without motivation, since if MVP.HOT6 loses, they are out. And if either of those two teams wins 2-0, then first departure is out as well. So that might be a little bit unfortunate, but MVP.HOT6 picking up a Jakiro first. It's definitely a strong hero. Most teams actually like to play it in a core role rather than a support nowadays. Especially Rave, actually, man. They play a sick core check hero. But do they go for the pushing kind of style now? Nature's Prophet, maybe after this. Lycan still available as well if they want to go for it. They have a reasonable amount of reserve time left as well. Insidious Idol were the ones getting penalized because they were a little bit late, so they had 30 seconds reduced. But MVP.HOT6 picking up a Naga Siren. So yes, that was the hero they started the draft with yesterday as well. Didn't do anything for them because they just kind of lost the game 25 minutes in. Lost like double sets of frags and had to GG out. So maybe they will be able to just pick up the Naga Siren farm a little bit faster, or just not lose so much ground while the Naga is farming. If they can manage to do so, it's probably going to be fine for them, since, well, Nagas, they just take over the games so hard. They split push, they rat it out, and you just can't do anything about it. You can't leave your side of the map because all the lanes are constantly getting pushed in, and just the illusions of Naga Siren herself just farming up the jungle or something at the same time, just being somewhere safe. So, Insidious actually picking up a Shadow Shaman. Definitely a good hero overall. It's not that godlike support anymore, or at least he's not getting picked up as often to be the godlike tier. It's still a really strong hero though. Just great burst from the Ether Shock. Even up against illusions, Hex, Shackles, just for the disable onto the Naga Siren. Hex, of course, also immediately destroys an illusion if need be. Plus, Mass Serpent Wars going for the towers. And up against Naga Siren, I really think you should aim to just end this game early. Take command of the game, just have it under complete control. Get the map vision, get the towers, and just make it so that Naga Siren really doesn't come into his own at all. Tinker though was the ban from Insidious Idol, so feels like they definitely want to go for some additional push. Yes, Tinker was nerfed, quite heavily so. Only one spell was changed, and it was really the damage type of the spell, so it doesn't affect magic immune units anymore, much of the machines that is. And well, with that, there's no ancient farming. There's just no way to deal with BKB units anymore either. Otherwise, much of the machines was just too imba. You can't BKB and be safe from it, you just have to take the damage when you want to go for a team fight. Of course, it can still stop pushes rather well, since it will kill off units anyway. But Lycan did get banned out by MVP.HOT6. They do realize that most likely in Insidious Idol they want to pick up a pushing draft now. A pushing lineup. I mean, having a Shadow Shaman and banning a Tinker, it's kind of a clear indication of that. But Insidious Idol banning out a Razor themselves. Razor definitely still an extremely strong hero, even after the nerfs that he received in 6.82. But it's just not enough. So many teams still play the Razor. Static Link, yes, the mana cost got increased by a little, but that spell is still ridiculously strong, to be honest. plus Plasma Field, pretty good for counter pushing even as well. But MVP.HOT6 themselves, they can go for a semi-pushing kind of style. And actually, I wouldn't be all that surprised to see a Nature's Prophet getting picked up now. They do ban out the Bristleback. And do we see the Nature's Prophet now? Naga Siren plus Nature's Prophet. If Insidious Idol don't end this early, they won't end this game at all. Or, well, the game will end. But not because of their doing, unless they just call the GG and that's why the game ends, I guess. But now, MVP.HOT6. Third pick about to come. They do have that Naga Siren. Some teams, very seldom, play a Naga Siren support. It has worked out in some cases, but it's just the core Naga Siren that is that pain in the ass for the enemy to deal with. They do pick up a Nerve Shaker instead. A good defensive hero, of course. Especially early on, he might look to rotate towards the mid side of the map mostly. Just sit in the mid and be ready with that Fissure of yours to block off any attempts at the Naga Siren's life, for example. If the Naga Siren is even in the mid lane, which it usually is, but safe lane Naga Siren can work out just as well. But Earthshaker just sit in the mid lane, go stack the camps in the meantime, and just be that defensive buffer to make sure that your Naga Siren just stays safe, gets that early Radiance, and of course, not only does it help the Naga to not die, it prevents the enemy team from snowballing, which is probably one of the major things you would like to do. But in Insidious Idol now, 1 minute left in the reserve time, and I'm getting a call. Yes.
Yo, Coach Urino.
Are you in
How's the solo cast?
Did you get in somehow?
Nope, like, not really. I asked on Skype, that's why I asked you, like, are you still in the draft?
Yes, I am, of course.
Ah, wonderful. Then ask in chat, like, if they do a remake fast after the draft, or if they just continue.
Yeah, I can do that, I guess. I can do that. Wow, man. So many people getting disconnected and reconnected to the lobby even. Or not the lobby, the draft at the moment.
Yeah, it's those people, like, after Steam was down, those people who didn't restart Steam, they couldn't load in. I guess that was the same for Polozon or anyone else, like, and I had the same problem. I couldn't connect to anything because I was online since yesterday. Since yesterday, our cast, I was online on Steam, so, yeah.
Oh, man.
And no idea why Valve is buggy and shows me in the new lobby, even though I'm not even in the
Well, it
game.
was the same lobby, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess it was the same lobby, but it just got bounced back from the load-in.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I can ask and we'll see what they decide to do.
So just keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Center will be the fourth pick for MVP, as Sand King was for Insidious Idol the third one. Sand King, of course, can be really aggressive, just get rid of the... Usually, the supports don't get all that much farm, but Sand King, he can just get a crazy amount of it, just stack up the jungle and go for it. Just a second. Okay. Just gonna close the call because you have some shitty background noise. But, okay guys, back in the draft now. Sorry for the little sidetrack. Just Valve messing with us. But yes, the Sand King, he can farm up the jungle, get that fast Blink Dagger. And that, of course, not only will it help the Sand King himself and the team to have one support being farmed, it also actually frees up a lot of farming space for the Shadow Shaman, because suddenly he can take all the farm from the pools, for example, and whatnot. But Insidious Idol picking up a Darkshire as the fourth one now. The fifth one, it kind of has to be a hard carry of sorts, really, or something that can actually dish out a reasonable amount of right-click damage. I wouldn't be all that surprised about a Gyrocopter, for example. Vacuum into Burrow Strike into Call Down, and just of course Flak Cannon is gonna hit everybody anyway, more or less. So we'll see, as the Morphling is the last pick at the moment, or ban from MVP.HOT6. Morphling definitely a strong hero and is maybe a little bit more popular than it used to be. Not too sure how well it would have fit with the lineup of Insidious Idol at the moment. But better safe than sorry, I guess, as Batrider banned out by Insidious Idol. MVP already having a Centaur. Not too sure if they would have fit in a Batrider there as well. I guess a centaur tri-lane with like Earthshaker and Jakiro could have been possible. Or a Batrider mid or something like that. But they must have the reasons to ban out the Batrider. Of course, Batrider is always annoying to go up against, but having a centaur for MVP already, not too sure if the Batrider would have been even a good pickup for them. But the last pick about to come for MVP, so far I would expect just centaur offlane, Naga mid with Jakiro, Earthshaker. Actually, the Viper is the pickup, so we might see a Viper being in that. Actually, scratch that. Would have said that Viper might be in the mid lane, but I actually think it's going to be in the safe lane farming role instead. Freeing up the supports to of course roam around because Viper should be able to handle a Darkseer solo. But if the Naga Siren was on the safe lane farm, up against the Darkseer, those Ion Shells would be so annoying to deal with. I mean, any melee hero will find it a little bit harder to farm on the lane when the Ion Shell is just constantly pushing into you. You're taking so much damage and just have to waste so many consumables up against a solo offlaner. And maybe potentially even miss a couple of last hits because of it. Because it pushes the lane under the tower. Of course it's harder to last it there, but oh man, what? What? Insidious Idol picking up a sniper for themselves. Well, that is a hero I did not expect. Of course, they did need some kind of carry. Sniper can actually start dishing out a reasonable amount of damage early on. I mean, the Assassinate is actually pretty damn high damage nuke. Plus, of course, the range you can use it from. Oh man. I guess go for Maelstrom, go from a distance and right click down. Naga Siren's illusions might die from it as well. At least early on. But it's just such a risky pick. If you do give him a safe lane farm though, he should be just perfectly fine. Even if MVP.HOT6, they could go aggressive with Viper, Earthshaker, Jakiro leaves Centaur in the safe lane. But even, I mean, the Centaur would also struggle quite hard up against the Darkseer. So MVP.HOT6, if they want to try to shut down the sniper, yes they can go aggressive try-in. But if that doesn't work out, then oh man, it's bad for them as wait. Looks like everybody's disconnected, so do we have a new lobby? I'm gonna call HeflaTV so I don't have to leave this game myself. Hello HeflaTV, do you see a new lobby?
Same password?
I think so. I mean, I'm still in the game, but everybody's disconnected. Nobody said anything on chat or anything.
Yeah, like,
So it's just, I'm gonna stay in the game just in case, but you can check if there's a new lobby or something, so I don't have to leave this game.
yeah, on Skype they just asked, like... They're saying there's a new lobby, but I don't see shit.
Oh, so there's a new lobby, right?
Actually, there's a new lobby, now. Like, let's go.
Let's do
See,
this!
we get to cast together after all. Everything's okay. I just have
Cast
to mute you
together,
also.
We get to cast together.
I just have to say it. I just have to mute you on the because I still have the game going and I don't know. Like I have stream open, game the old one going with delay and whatnot, plus my OBS and ESFX stream and whatnot. I just turn everything off now. Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, but you know what? Justice always comes back.
Of course. You're such a good guy that karma works in your favor.
What? Caster asked for rehost. Oh, is this us?
Oh, yes, I guess so.
Oh god. But then...
I just
Eric,
asked, can we? Nobody said anything and all the players disconnected. Wow.
Okay. I hope Eric is not pissed with us now. But it should be good.
All fine. All the players are back as well, so... I
Yeah,
guess.
all pick. Yeah, should be all fine. I guess the 2-minute delay won't be too much of a problem. Let's go. This
Cool.
time, everything's alright.
Man, I just now got all the Skype messages as well. Everything is lagging. Steam, Skype. Good times. Good times for the internet.
Yeah, what was the Steam outage anyway? Like, I just heard it from some people, like even the... Like BTS had some problems, they all disconnected, teams, casters, everything was even on Twitter. I wasn't on that at that time, so, I mean, just on Twitter, so I didn't see what was going on, but all the servers apparently went down,
I mean,
US...
Lately, overall, there's just always a massive amount of internet attacks to like any big organizations across the world. So the hackers just somehow got like 20 times more active than they usually were and just are hacking everything.
Oh god, hackers, DDoS. It's well, I won't say anything because then they come for me.
Yeah, of course. Hefla, priority target number one.
No, it's really bad to see that, I don't know, people try to screw other people over, especially when it's about esport and everything. I don't know, most of the hackers are into esports as well, so they're just shooting themselves there in the foot. Or maybe that's the whole purpose, like, I don't know, booting out certain teams, tournaments, casters even. That's all what, I guess, it comes down to. But either way, we have to look at the draft because, like, I didn't see much of the draft because I was still trying to fix everything around here with Volvo making it not too easy. Jakiro, Earthshaker, Naga, Siren, Centaur, Viper. Okay, that reminds me of yesterday's draft. But on the other side, Darkseer, Brewmaster, the Shadow Shaman, and the Sniper Reno with a doo-doo-doo behind them. Okay, that's interesting.
Darkseer and Sand King used to be a rather popular combination. It definitely has what it takes to just go for that huge wombo combo. But can they pull it off? I mean, most games I see the Darkseers and the Sand Kings just always fail to align their spells, the Vacuum and the Burrow Strike. Maybe in this game they will manage it, but what do you make of this sniper pick?
I don't know, the new Sniper is quite interesting. To be honest, I'm still not sure if it's a buff or if it's a nerf. Like, I mean, Headshot got completely reworked, didn't it?
Did it? Isn't it the same, or is it just did it change? What's the change that Hedgehog procs can't be evaded?
It goes through. I don't know. I like, as I said,
It
my
doesn't
last
go through
sniper
Magic Immunity though now, so it actually got nerfed a little bit.
Oh, but let's see. They're already fighting here in the jungle. We don't even get to introduce them. They're really eager to fight the burn.
GBX yes boots. No, he's not gonna go for it. Man, was Sand King? I thought he's gonna rush it, but of course it would have been a 5-on-5. Musica didn't have the best position, but as the game is paused as well, and no first kills happened. To introduce the lineups for Insidious Idol on the Radiant side, Gisera will be playing that most likely mid lane Brewmaster, leaving Polosan on the Shadow Shaman with Chipix on the Sand King, Shagasaurus to go into the offlane on the Darkseer, and the last one will be Chu on the Sniper.
Yep, and on the other side at the moment here in the row we have Rogi on the Naga Siren heading towards the mid lane, Musica on the Viper, and then all three here on the offlane is Warnard, Mr. Standing Fu on the center, and Joby on the Earthshaker. Like, do you know what these disconnects are about? I really hope we didn't break the game. The admin also just reconnected to the game, apparently also disconnected.
Oh, the admin reconnected. I think yesterday they had some troubles as well. So.
This is one of those days, Coacher, I tell you. This is one of those days when everything's going wrong.
No, don't say it.
I jinx it. Like, I really have a bad feeling about today.
Well, usually it's when the start of the game is delayed, then everything else just gets fucked up as well somehow, for some reason.
But they're reconnecting apparently. But yeah, like what was it with May in the sniper rework? Like,
I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
I guess we can check the patch notes.
No, because it's not a mini stun anymore, isn't it? Like, am I stupid? Did I completely misread the patch notes? I mean,
oh yeah, it's not a mini stun anymore. It's just damage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's pure damage, so it's reworked, and that makes a huge difference
nerfed.
on sniper.
So it got nerfed, I think, pretty much. I guess the damage got increased a little bit. I think it used to cap out at 60 on the last level. Now it's 90, and the chance. I'm not too sure if the chance was 40% to begin with.
I will check that right now because, like,
now it causes a movement speed and attack speed slow.
Exactly, yeah, that's the rework. So shrapnel was changed on sniper. Headshot now causes 0.5 seconds. Like the MS and AS slow. So the only thing they can't do is like run away, pretty much. So the 0.25 headshot stun got removed.
Just counter enemy carries because they just can't right click all of a sudden because of the attack speed slow and movement as well.
Yep, that's exactly what I meant. I wasn't stupid. Like, there was a rework either.
So you have a 40% chance to get that proc, and if you build enough attack speed, you're gonna get like, let's say, every 2.5 right clicks, in theory, you get it. And you attack like 3 times a second or something. That's...
Oh, look at this at the moment. Oh, the centaur getting quite some hits here from the high crown, but they still managed to get that double damage rune. That's a nice start, obviously, into the lane. But yeah, back to the sniper. As I said, it's not a pick we see every day. I think in the tier 1 tournaments we've seen in the last week or so, there was just one sniper pick, and I think he lost, if I'm not mistaken. But as I said, like, sniper is something I didn't even do like really crazy theory crafting on. I don't know if there's an internal cooldown on it, or because those 30% it sounds a lot, like 40%, 90 damage, and that proc. Let's see, we will see it.
Mid lane is here. He actually got blocked off by Fisher Chube. I don't know why he ain't gonna activate the clarity, but is he gonna go down under the Fisher block? It's just, oh man, that Fisher block, it felt like it lasted way more than 8 seconds.
Yep, that was very interesting because he chose to not run away sideways somewhere into the river. He chose to like wait out there, but that was a bad feeling or a bad timing. So yeah, he's going down, feeding the first blood. That's a bad start for the mid lane, obviously.
Oh, they might get Fu in return though. Chipix is gonna come in with a burst. Coloson already used the Ether Shock though. Dual Breath comes through. Shrapnel to slow down them. A little bit more Fu though. He's tanky enough. Ether Shock comes through. One more right click. Well, they get the counter at the very least, of course. Giving away first blood. Definitely not good, especially if it's a Naga Siren to grab it. But
yeah, absolutely.
Something.
Because it comes down to what we had yesterday already. Like in those games where we have pretty much one core, and then from there on everything's going. It's quite interesting because that core definitely has now a better start. The only thing that I don't know. I mean, we have a Viper, so the tankiness is there. But I think if that sniper is really well protected for a long time, still, like that Naga with her illusions, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a huge problem later on. So having him a good start. But look at this. They're fighting for the runes.
Oh, that's what happens. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised that they went to the same side, but I guess he had a support check out the bottom as well. Picking up a haste on Chibix. Can he set something up with this? Isera wants to get up close, but Roji is staying at a safe distance from that Thunderclap. And Chibix, going the long way around, gonna run into Chube. I think they're just gonna exchange some right clicks and be done with it.
Yep, they're saying hello and that's it. But if Naga or Brewmaster rotate in, they might actually do something. And now we have maybe the stun. No, and now it is maybe coming. No, he won't go for it. That's interesting. I mean, he still had the Fisher, so I guess that was the reason he called this attack off.
And Juve was dropping so damn low just for the right clicks. I think... I'm not too sure if it's just worth it to save the mana like that. If you get the kill, you get a lot of XP, you get closer to level 3, which is so crucial for a Sand King to start farming up the jungle. But at the very least now, he might get the stack here, probably will as well. So we'll start slowly getting the stacks to just guarantee that faster Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I mean, if they would go for a man fight, like the Earthshaker actually has like a slightly higher chance like of winning that fight because of higher base damage, but that's pretty much about it. Like bottom, we see now Fu being completely alone on this lane. He's just grabbing the XP, all the XP he can, but he has to be careful because Polozon, he's going in using all his tango because he gets the return attacks anyway. But the important thing is the sniper is farming, and Chipix is also showing presence on the lane, so the center knows he can't go too close here.
Yeah, they actually choose so far. He's only 7 and 4 on the sniper. Sniper, of course, starts with really bad attack damage. He just now, I think, picked up the Ring of Passy, maybe a little bit earlier. But before that, just couldn't get the right clicks in at all. Oh, Isera might be in trouble once again. Rochi, though, he's on the wrong side as well, the Naga Siren. So Isera this time around, he does not just run himself into the Fisher and wait for the best. Just this time, he runs in the right direction.
And the timing is anyway good. They force him out of lane directly into the rune, which he's bottling up right now, killing that range creep. And for him, that was barely any time lost because he would have ran for a rune anyway.
That's actually really true, so just effort's kind of wasted, although Fu might be in trouble. Chipix, can he get close enough? I don't think so. Oh, never mind, Fu! He turned around for a second. It's so bad. Shrapnel comes out, Burst Strike as well. They have the shackles. And it should be an easy kill. The shackle duration is just so sick early on.
Yep, he doesn't even cast anything. He just keeps on running, even though I think he should have tried bringing that stun out because he was dead anyway, so why not just doing some damage before you die? That's like the usual attitude you should have as an offlaner, especially if you're... Yeah,
oh, Shagasaurus might be in some trouble. Actually, he wants to go for a Warnut. Gonna get slowed down by the dual breath. Fisher, Jubei not gonna go for it. Couldn't get the angle for a perfect block off. But Tarks here, he's doing actually rather fine. Or extremely well even. 24 and 1 compared to 20 and 5, so it's not like Musica is doing bad by any means on the Viper. But this Darkseer is getting so much accomplished, and an under-level Darkseer is really underwhelming. But give early levels to a Darkseer, get that early mech, and suddenly it's so hard to fight up against him. He's gonna have the Surge to help his teammates, and just the Vacuum Wall as well with the Sand King. They definitely want to delay it as long as they can, I think.
Yeah, and there's two things. I mean, first of all, like getting so much CS on a Darkseer, that's actually bad news, but he got that from the neutrals from the side, plus the lane a tiny bit. But still, that also means that the supports, including, like, of course, the Viper core, they also failed to deny a bit the targets, which is always kind of... I don't know, like, it's kind of hard against the Iron Shell, but still, like, that he's leading in CS, that's something that should not happen on an offlaner. So he's happy about the farm, obviously. And also when it comes to harass damage, I mean, obviously, Breath, in the mid, that was close. But either way, like, this harass from the Jakiro, it's all good, but the problem is the Darkseer is coming naturally with so much base damage, and you can't really go against him.
Oh, GBX. Oh, the Fisher comes out! He went for the cheeky plays, and, well, he paid with his life. He got the bounty rune. Definitely
that wasn't
not
worth
it. Yeah.
That wasn't at all worth it. Like, that was the, say, the 6-minute rune, so the second time bounty, that is not even stacked up enough to actually make this worth it. So the Centaur getting definitely more out of it, as in gold and experience. But at least he's not dying without anything. If the Centaur would have gotten the rune, and on top of it, Jibix is dying, that would have been horrible.
Well, Jibix, he went for the cheeky play, just went for the Burrow Strike just as the rune was about to spawn, but he definitely didn't account for a Fisher to come in there. So, nice just rotation from the Earthshaker, of course. And, well, at the moment, this game has been rather passive, everybody's just farming up.
Oh, but talking about passivity there, look, Brewmaster is coming, Invisibility Rune, and they might actually find a Chikira, which is bad news, but they don't give him the Iron Shell yet. The Iron Shell on an invisible target is always fun. Now they give it to him. They want to go for the Viper, and there it is. Thunderclap in, and look at all that damage. The first ultimate is coming out. He's even dying before his ultimate is coming out, and now that the Jakiro is in the air, they're gonna get that kill as well. He's surrounded. You shall not move away, but there's even a boulder toss. Yeah, and there it is. That's a double kill.
Well, the double Iron Shell just doing work there, really. And actually, Ysera, he had that Iron Shell on him. At least the animation was there. He didn't show as a buff or anything, but having that Iron Shell on the Brewmaster, even during the Primal Split on the Earth Panda, just a ridiculous amount of damage, especially if the double Iron Shell was there, one on Shagasaurus as well. But Chube, he's on the top lane now. Shagasaurus has to be a little bit careful, but Viper isn't too much of a threat just because you have the Surge.
Absolutely, yeah. You can. That's the good part about the Darkseer versus Viper. Like, you're pretty much immune to the slows, at least when you have the Surge up. Still, like, I definitely like what Insidious was doing here. The first opportunity of the Brewmaster, they went for it, especially after the Brewmaster didn't have the best time in mid. Now they're all rushing for the runes. Is there again finding one, this time just a bounty rune, but I guess he's still happy about it. But yeah, in the meantime, Jibix actually crapped some XP. He almost made 1.5 level against the Naga, and the Naga, of course, couldn't really stop the Sand King because there were no sentries in the mid whatsoever. So yeah, that's a nice share of XP. This way also the supports are getting what they want. And, even more importantly, the sniper is farming. Uncontested.
He doesn't have the highest last hit score, but I think it's good enough for their team at the moment. And look at the smoke. Polos and Chibix, they want to go for music again. Music actually wants to go for Shagasaurus at the same time. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. But the Fisher catches both supports. The Burrow Strike does still connect the music, but the TPs are coming in. It might be a huge mistake to continue. The Shackles are there. Iron Chill. Ice Buff actually misses completely. There's the mech from music, and he will just barely stay alive. The courier just brought out the mech, man, that time.
Oh, and look, with the next... Oh, I don't think he's gonna get that kill. Chikira, he should go back, to be honest. Even that Liquid Fire, no, it won't do anything. Fisher and the Frost Path, the Ice Path, is missing. That was interesting. But, to be honest, I think they could have gotten that kill. Did you see how Shagasaurus was going back? I think he was the one calling off, and the other two in voice were calling it on, pretty much. So he missed like 2 or 3 seconds of Iron Shell uptime on the Viper. If he would have been like on the same page with his teammates, I think he should have gotten a kill there. But this way, no casualties on either side.
Look at this. In the enemy jungle, Fu, he's stealing a triple stack. Even the Nagasari Illusion was sent there with a Riptide just to help out in the clearing of it. So that's actually a huge blow to Insidious. Not only does it help the Centaur himself, he's level 6 now, has his Stampede, getting closer to his Blink Dagger, but just reducing the farm of the Sand King.
Yeah, absolutely. This was supposed to be like Chibik's farm. Chibik's quite nice in XP, but of course this gold hurts. It really does. I mean, he still has some other stacks to farm, but yeah, that stack would have been pretty much the next step to his Blink Dagger. I think that stack might have been even enough with gold ticks and whatnot.
It probably
Oh,
would
but
have
look,
been after
Sniper!
he farms this camp
Sniper
here.
going for the center, now the ultimate, and it is enough. That's a solo kill. Sniper with the face boots, just too fast, and the procs were up as well. This is just 1 point in headshot, but you already saw the slow, and that's, yeah, it's bad news for the center. He brought him low enough, and then the ultimate, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, did the center have enough mana for the stampede there? Or maybe he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna escape anyway, and just underestimated the power of the headshot there.
It was a bit of a gamble, but also gambling is the Shakira at the moment top. Look at this. There's the Thunderclap slowing him and the Iron Shell. The damage, he doesn't even need to use that ultimate. A nice dodge is coming out. He's not stepping on that ice. Just an easy kill.
Yeah, and Ysera, he didn't get the last hit, but he's still actually getting pretty damn close to his own Blink Dagger on the Brewmaster. And they want to keep on going, of course, with the Primal Split. He should be just completely safe. Shagasaurus pushing out the lane as fast as he can. They have a mech as well, which will make the diving a little bit easier. And even if they don't get the hero kill, and well, you see music
but look
deeping
for the
out.
Sniper.
They get the stun. The Fisher on the wrong side. The Hoofstomp does follow up, but just Fisher on the wrong side, and suddenly you can't go for it.
Yep, absolutely. Like, Fisher placement is so crucial. I mean, that hero is so strong, but if you don't land that Fisher on a correct side, then it's really bad news. But oh, Musica coming in and stealing another stack here of farm. He's even managing to last hit exactly that. And the funny thing is, look at the Sand King. He's dying. He's just dying off that level 3 corrosive skin. If Viper would have stood longer there in the sandstorm, like Chibix would have died.
Man, corrosive skin is just such a strong ability, and he's actually maxed it out as well, or close enough to it at the moment. And look at this mid lane, the push is coming. They have Mass Serpent Force from Polosan as well. They're gonna use it. They have the Primal Split, so if MVP want to contest this, they're probably gonna just lose some of their lives to the Primal Split.
This will come down to a tier 1 trade, because yeah, the cliff is ending. Naga illusions are coming in, but I don't think they can do anything. They might even go for Musica here.
Well, Musica was far enough at the very least. Of course, just corrosive skin helping it so that you can't really chase him that easily either. But 2 tier 1 towers going down for Insidious Idol, the top one, the mid one. Bottom lane MVP got their own as well, so not that bad of a trade, but of course, still advantage to Insidious Idol so far. And Shagasaurus, he just keeps on laying up the pressure on the top side here.
Yep, absolutely, and it's pretty interesting. Like, I mean, Dux here, he has the mech. Like, he pretty much from now on he has infinite mana with soaring and mech. That's exactly the HPS you need, plus some like mana coming out of it, and you can use it. So he can control the top part of the lane at the moment, farming at least 1 or 2 camps in the jungle, joining the fights since he got a TP, and he can push out that lane, which means MVP always has to be careful about the top lane, or they might lose a tier 2 tower over time. While all that is happening, the rest of Insidious Idol, they just hold off MVP as good as they can.
Ooh, there's the Stampede coming out. They want to save Warnot. He's gonna get to a safe distance. Shagasaurus was trying to come in from the side as well. He actually got spotted out by an Observer Ward anyway. And speaking of Observer Wards, in this side they don't have... Well, I guess they have 2 wards down after all, just freshly placed at the moment. Or the one is expiring, the other one just got placed down. So finally they get some vision back of their own. But them forcing out a Stampede, it means they can just go for another tower push and possibly get some kills. But in the meantime, of course, Roji on the Naga side up to 3.2k gold almost. So unless he just gets picked off soon, he's gonna have a pretty nicely timed Radiance.
Well, the biggest problem at the moment is that the Naga is not farming as fast as the Sniper though. The Sniper has been on this lane for 14 minutes and even got the solo kill plus a second kill on the centaur there. The Naga, well, she's starting to get a grip on the farming, but still. They have both slow
look at
siege
where
mechanisms.
Chibix is. He has his Blink Dagger ready. They're gonna go in. There's the Surgeon to Ysera. Ice Path does stop it. Shrapnel comes out as well. Doesn't quite connect on them, but Warnot, oh, the mech keeps him alive. They won't go any further. But they just get the tier 1 tower. They're backing off, and now Chibix, they want to go for the next tower as well. Chibix just getting closer and closer, ready for that epicenter. Level 1, not as scary, maybe. But
they can slow siege. What MVP could do with the liquid fire is what the Sniper can do with his 4-point shrapnel build. Like, they can siege this tower all the way. The range plus everything. Now even the Mass Serpent wards. Like, look at objective. Just going down, but this will be a big
but
fight.
Fu has a stampede of cooldown once again. He has his own blink dagger as well. They need to burst down Ysera though, otherwise the primal split is gonna be so devastating. And the tower just dropping down slowly but surely. And oh, look at the mass serpent wars. They want to make sure there's no deny. And it's me. At least Nagasaki was farming up at the same time. Has enough for his sacred relic now. Oh, they might find Fu as well. Fu blink thunderclap to stampede once again, just forced out.
That was pretty interesting. I mean, they couldn't really fight. There was just a tower, but the mass serpent wards, like even if the center would have jumped in, then Polosan's ward would have just, yeah, wrecked him right there.
Oh, Tire Courier with that sacred relic went down.
Ouch. That hurts.
I guess you have to farm up the Radiant's recipe anyway, but I mean, if he actually continues like this, he's gonna still have an 18-minute Radiance. Oh, Shagasaur's gonna get stunned. Oh, the Blink Hoofstomp connects to Darkseid as well. Can he pop his mech? The fissures are there. He's gonna stay alive. And oh, there's the Abyss that are coming through. Nice vacuum. Two-man Burrow Strike. Musica still alive with the Song of Siren, helping him out completely. The Brewlings, not enough to just chase him down. But Roji might be in some trouble. Oh, Nagasaki, you don't want to die here. Oh, long range assassin. Nice double man Hoofstomp. But the Cyclone just before the double edge was about to kill Chagasaurus. Ysera, are they gonna go for the turnaround? Ion Shell is it there? There's the Shackles onto Fu as well. Ion Shell, Thunderclap, some right clicks coming out, and Polosan. Oh, another two-man Burrow Strike. Chivix, beautifully done. Musica gonna get his ultimate off onto Ysera, who might fall here. No, he's gonna be fine, I think. It's not enough, so was it like 3-4-0 in the end?
That was a 3-for-0, yeah, absolutely. Like, incredible movement coming out by Idol here, and they might even want to go for more, but Jakiro, he's smelling that he's running for his life. To be honest, that fight wasn't even too bad for MVP, as in like they could have gotten a lot of things, but yeah, the timing and the movement of Idol, the positioning, it was just too good. So they prevented all these low HP heroes to get down, and the same goes obviously now. Like that courier lost just before the fight. I mean, sure, it's just a relic without the recipe of the Radiance, but still, a relic is quite some right-click damage, and she went for some right-click damage. Not to mention that, like, still, for the next minute and 20, reduced farm.
How does MVP just, I mean, even if they get the Radiance, how do they prevent their towers from falling and their other heroes from dying? Because in Insidious Idol, it is Blink gaming at its finest. They have 4 Blink daggers.
Yep, it's not just the Blink dagger, it's just the way they can even slow siege everything. Like there's Shrapnel.
Oh, Ysera is running into no man's land though. There's the Ice Pack. Hoofstomp to follow up as well. He doesn't have the Prime Split. He has a haste rune though. Will it be enough? The mech comes through. Echo Slam though. He goes down. Vacuum a little bit too late. Warnot and Jubei, they do get hit. But they will be fine. And Shagasaurus actually, he's going for the TP out as well. He's gonna succeed. No, the Ice Path is there. Chibix gets a nice two-man burrow. Mass Serpent towards Musica. He's not caught. He gets himself out with the face boots. And looks like everybody will be fine. So a 1-for-0. Just some ultimates traded. And MVP, they kill the big man. Oh, Warnot.
Make that a 1-for-2. 1-for-1.
1-for-1, yeah. But yeah, Roji in the meantime, just pushing out the bottom lane. Ju. Oh, does your man want to man fight with Roji? There's the ensnare coming out. He doesn't have enough mana for the assassinate. Oh, if only he did. Roji going for the TP out.
He has no vision on her and no mana either. Like, that is, of course, bad news. But in the meantime, the center at least gets Poloson here, and that's a dominating. Now, Shagasaur, look how low he is, even using the Soul Ring just to use the mech. But they're getting out of here after they get the Viper, so that means they still get some damage done on that tier 2 tower. And overall, still a better situation for Insidious Idol, what they got out of this. Even if you, I don't know, take the last 2 minutes in consideration.
Well, at the very least for MVP, I mean, 19-minute Radiance to come out for Naga Siren. Well, I guess maybe 20, but yeah, he just purchased the recipe, so he can properly start farming now. And it's still a threat for Insidious Idol, of course. But if they just continue with the aggression and just go for... Oh,
look
man.
what they blinked out. They were like, hey, there's some tracker boots on the ground. Someone go and sneak them. Like, Chivix was actually going for it. They have nice vision here because they have that nice little observer on the pop hill. That would have been amazing. Like, it would have been the first time that we actually saw Tranquils being stolen. But yeah, I mean, that would have hurt on top of MVPs anyway.
Oh, Chibix and Poloson, they want to go in. Actually, Poloson, he blinked straight into an observer ward, but they had a sentry. They were so prepared for that ward.
Yep, Idol, well aware of nice positioning here. And Ysera, oh well, look, Naga sees him. What this? No, wasn't even seen, but the sniper is just clearing the illusions and therefore no problem. Like, Rogi, does he even have BOTs yet? No, he doesn't have the BOTs. He just bought the Radiance, obviously, and still just on 600 gold. So he has to be careful, because he might find himself too slow when he tries to TP in. Like, he's there to prevent fights with the song, and he has to be there before people die.
He definitely does, and at the moment he's not anywhere close to it, so they're just gonna forfeit the tier 2, it looks like. Maybe try to pick up some stragglers after that. And they're going for the Naga Siren Illusions at the moment. I mean, they don't have any tank at all, like literally no strength items pretty much. Ring of Aquila gives you a little bit, but even those illusions, the Radiance burn is so annoying to deal with. Do you think Shagasaurus or somebody will go for a pipe on their team as well here? Oh, they go in! No, Hoof Stomp though, it completely misses Poloson, he drops low regardless. There's a nice vacuum wall coming out onto Tufu, he's gonna lose his life for not. Will be the second one to fall. They throw up Earthshaker in the air. Where's the Naga Siren? He's close with a haste rune, but if he pops his song now, it's gonna be kind of a waste. As in the meantime, Musica, he's man fighting Poloson, or rather, Poloson, he's man fighting Musica. Gets the Hex on the Viper and just TPs out. That was the weirdest thing.
I shackle you and then I just TP out. No, but I don't understand why the Naga just didn't go for a song here and interrupt like the entire thing once they initiated. Like at the time when the wall came out, for example, he could have sung. They had the mech, could have used it, and maybe the center would have died just because of the panda rulings being immune to song. But like everything else, they could have prevented this. This way, it's just okay. Song is still available, but I mean they lost the tier 2 tower and 3 heroes on top of it. That's just not worth it.
They might lose Rogi as well. Chibi's and Poloson, they're on the hunt. They have Mass Serpent Wars. They have the Epicenter. Oh, Rogi's going for the TP out though. The smoke breaks, but they won't find him. So Naga Siren escapes once again. Still yet to die. Will have enough for his boot travels if that's the item he wants to go for. And oh, the smoke from MVP. Can they catch anybody with this? Shagasaurus TPing out as well because, well, he's just completely out of mana. Mjolnir finished on the sniper. And looking at the graphs as well, it's about almost a 12,000 net worth lead for Insidious Idol. XP 7,500 as well. Looking extremely good, but of course,
6.82.
Yeah.
It can strike anytime. Like the comeback potential is so much higher in this patch, but still, like the way Insidious Idol plays at the moment, I just don't see MVP coming back because like the decisions MVP makes at the moment is just, I just feel they're sometimes like not really adjusted to the situation. Especially, I still don't understand why that song didn't come out. They could have prevented a lot of things, and I don't know how they plan to get this Naga through. I mean, right now, it's really like all eyes on Naga. That's what MVP tells us.
I actually think the Naga Siren is getting enough farm at the moment, but Insidious Idol, they don't want to give him any more time. They smoke up S5, they're gonna go into the name jungle, they're gonna find at least 2, I think. Musica Warner, that even the center, they're so close to get a Blink Thunderclap. The vacuum will be there on the 2, Burrow Strike to follow up as well. Just beautiful setup for all of the spells. I mean, the Stampede was even used, but they were just stunned.
Yep, beautiful execution, so fast, like, you couldn't do anything. Even the Stampede, what can you do against the Stampede? Like, it came out pretty much the same second as the vacuum, but yeah, pulling them back. Nothing else used, but I don't know, the Sniper Ultimate, the Iron Shell damage, Vacuum damage, and of course Thunderclap plus right clicks. Not to mention that, of course, Brewmaster had a double damage run, which makes it a lot easier to do those ganks, and that's, yeah, again, a clean 2-for-0 trade. The only good thing is that, of course, Naga is pushing. Managed to get that tier 2 tower a while ago, but also they're gonna lose their tier 2 tower top here. I don't think they can really defend it unless Insidious Idol makes a bad move.
It's just for MVP. I mean, the Naga Siren can definitely be super annoying, and I think if there's no Rex fallen in the favor of Insidious Idol by like 30 minutes, Naga Siren is just gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. But of course, Naga Siren, he's the only one farming on their side of the team. Pretty much all that Musica has on the Viper was from the laning phase. After that, just struggling for any kind of farm.
Like it's at the moment it's like a sort of mirror picture. Look at this. They're slow sieging top while the Naga is actually working on that bottom tower. That's quite interesting. But now she's TPing back, has BOTs obviously, picks up the Manta, but at the same time we have the Panda having Aghanim Scepter now. Ultimate, everything's ready, but look at Fu.
Yeah, he is there with the Invis. Actually doesn't dare go up too close just because, well, maybe some sentries or something around. They're waiting for the perfect opportunity, and well, one would have been just now as 4 heroes were clumped up. They actually had vision of that same exact moment as well, but they're not going for it. And if they're not fighting, was it even just worth bringing the Naga Siren away from a free push? on the bottom
I
right?
think, yeah, I think it is, because those illusions, they make it really hard for Insidious Idol to initiate, because don't forget, they
Oh,
have...
they're gonna find Fu now. They will get the blink, thunderclap. Actually, the stampede ace there just before the Hex, but the burst strike barely connects. And with the assassinate to finish up the kill from on the sniper. So center down with a stampede. 30 seconds of just.
I don't
really
understand
pushing time.
what the center was doing there. Did he actually think that completely, like, the entire Insidious Idol roster is going back because of Naga
knew
illusions?
the enemy had a ward there. Oh, Warnut. He's taking so much damage. The mech was there. He said actually the blink wasn't close enough for a thunderclap. But the tower just going down to shrapnel, shoot, right clicking away. And Roji actually, he's just in the thick of things. What? He ran in himself? Was it Miss Micro? And I'm surprised Insidious just didn't punish it, just hex something, shackle, kill.
Right now they could make such a good setup with a song, or even keep the song and just go for something, but they have no initiations. Their only initiator was the one who suicided pretty much in the jungle. That's like, I really don't understand what he was doing there. Like, after the Naga illusions just driven them back a bit, but that they are completely gone, that is very unlikely. I mean, of course we can always be so smart.
I mean, the Centaur, he knew that there was a, I think at least, unless my eyes completely deceived me, but there was a Radiant Observer ward on this hill here. Next
It
to
was
the
about
dire
to time
one.
out though. I'm not sure if that was actually still there. But either way, like, just by the map feeling, like, that your enemy is or might be still close, that's a distinct, you know, possibility. But either way, maybe we have a go here of Fu this time, taking revenge on Poloson, but no, Poloson is going back and...
Just look
yeah,
at the
no
bank
way.
on Poloson, 3.4k. Is it just Aghanim Scepter straight out, or...
I don't know what he's saving for, but he could have had like I don't know, intermediate steps on his items, whatever he's going for. Like, if you have 3.4k, like, he should go for that point booster now, if that's Arcanum Scepter, and I think it is. Or is it? Yeah, point booster in, and then nothing else.
I guess it can be Bloodstone or Skadi, but I highly doubt it.
I very much doubt.
And
No, this is gonna be Arcanum
is just such a
Scepter,
huge
but
upgrade on that hero.
I thought maybe he's gonna go for a strength item or an intelligence item, like part of the Arcanum Scepter. I don't know, just to boost his performance there. Obviously, I would have thought maybe the Orca Club, but nope, he's just going for new wards and a town scroll, so everything's fine. Just standard equipment for support, and it's good if a support has that like bolster of gold, because he has buyback ready in case MVP makes a good move. But 17 and 4. Roshan is completely untouched. It's like a virgin Roshan this game, 27 minutes in, and I just don't see it happening. Even Insidious Idol doesn't look like they want to.
They don't have any minus armor, and Sniper doesn't do all that much damage, to be honest, at the moment. They could still do it, but it would just take some time and maybe an unnecessary risk. I don't really think they need the Aegis all that bad to begin with. Especially since Sniper looks like he's... Does he have a BKB finished? Yes, he does, so... Who needs Aegis when you just have BKB?
Yep, that sniper is, I don't know, pretty unstoppable, to be honest. Like, he has a team that protects him around. You have Master Open Boards for fights, you have a wall standing there, Panda Ultimate with 2 CCs, you have a Vacuum, you have Shackle and Hex. Like, that sniper, as long as he's in the background and not really focus target in the front line, stunned by, I don't know, the, let's say it, Ice Path, or maybe the Hoof Stomp, or Fisher, that's it. But talking about Fisher, it's like, I don't know, Jubi, he didn't have any impact on this game whatsoever. Like, some of the fishes were even a bit misplaced, and I mean, look at him. He is 28 minutes in on 1,800 gold, not even a Blink Dagger. He couldn't even go for it with
at least he's been a part of 3 of their 4 kills for the team. Oh man,
look at this. There he went for Fisher. It's not a complete block, but nice ultimate spam here by the sniper, driving him out, so he will most likely go back to the fountain, because that's more than a third of his HP. Naga illusions, they just buy some seconds, and now Poloson will come in and place those wards pretty much soon.
Oh, it's the real one. There's this song coming out. It's a free... Actually, yeah, Ice Path comes out. The Hoof Stomp to fall as well, but BKB on Juice Sniper. He got it off before Poloson will lose his life though. Buyback on Checkastar's immediate Juve. He's gonna go down. There's the epicenter. They're gonna actually trade it 2 for free so far. Musica with his BKB will be able to escape, but Roji not as lucky. Holder to stop the right clicks. Ju just turned it all around, triple kill for him. They throw Musica in the air, buybacks up plenty. But Viper is already down, no buyback anymore. Roji and Jube, can they hold on with the 2 of them? They have Echo Slam. There's the Fisher to begin with. Oh, actually Chu might go down to Roji here. I think he probably will. The Ensnare is gonna keep him in place. So actually that's a lot of gold going in the way of Roji. And Chibix. Oh, but there's the vacuum coming out. No wall. Or actually, the wall comes out. Completely misses. The right clicks. The burrow strike. Actually, Rochi, he dodges it with a mirror image. Are you kidding me?
Oh, look at that damage, even on illusions. Naga doesn't bring enough HP into the illusions just to keep it up. But they still have a glyph, which they use right now. Jakiro might be able to buy some time so that Rex might even survive, especially since the Naga is still alive. So that's all good, but the wall is still standing. Like, you shouldn't run in there, but yeah, with the Riptide and everything, they're holding them off, and maybe even more because the center is hopping in there, and this is Isera, and this is a very expensive one. This is a very, very expensive one because he's so high in level, but he didn't have a streak with him. That's interesting. I actually thought he's at least on a killing spree.
Well, I mean, even without that, they're getting a crap ton of XP and even just some pretty nice gold, and Brewmaster himself losing the gold.
Oh,
So-
but look at this. Rochi just TP'd here, and if there's a Riptide, Chipix will die, but he's not going there.
What? Why? Rochi? I guess Rochi was a little bit afraid of the sandstorm damage himself as well.
That
Oh.
Riptide and the Radiance would have killed him, and he didn't have to fear the Burst Strike. Oh, but look, Fu found here in the jungle. Holoson, nope, he's just trying to escape. That's all about it. But still, that was an interesting move by Rochi. I guess his life without buyback is more valuable than like a try on Chipix. I guess he's right. I think that was the correct decision after all, now that I think about it.
Well, after that last fight, pretty much with the kill on the Brewmaster, it really evened out the fight. Before that, even though in Searsidle they definitely won the fight itself, but just because they were so far ahead, MVP pretty much got the same amount of gold as well as XP as in Searsidle did. So
Yep.
looking at the graphs, it is still a 15,000 gold lead for Searsidle, 12,000 in XP as well. And
But it was the
Searsidle
first
even
time a
getting gem.
fight that we can call relatively equal. I mean, they only got the range tracks, like in summary, nothing else because the tier 3 tower was down before already. But at least it was a relatively equal fight, tiny bit for MVP, but then again they also used buybacks, which is then of course bad news. So at least the first time in 31 or 32 minutes now, they had like sort of something to say. Because all the time Insidious Idol was just dictating where it's heading. Now MVP is trying to have a voice, and we have to see, because they're heading towards mid, maybe pushing in mid, going top with the deactivated backdoor protection. Let's see. Oh, they smoke.
Oh, we got
That's a move. That's some move.
I think Jubei pinged it out, but Mass Serpent Wars, man, the smoke, I'm not too sure how necessary it was, but buying some extra seconds for just getting the melee racks safely, and they go down. Mass Serpent Wars buffed by the Aghanim, just way too much.
Yeah, like I definitely like what Insidious Idol is doing here. They're really win-oriented, like absolutely, guys, objectives, objectives, objectives. So that was a smoke, 100 gold, a nice little move for either a proper fight, proper pickoff, or just the Rex and going back. And not even back for so long, because mid is still properly pushed out, top is now stronger, and they can just go in and slow siege. The only thing they have to be careful, of course, is positioning. Naga Song in like a triple stun, triple like ice path, that would be of course bad news. But then again, we saw it last fight, the sniper got his BKB off and therefore it was good. But maybe we have now some countermeasures by MVP.
Well, to be honest, the Naga Siren is #1 in net worth finally after that last fight. And oh, a 5-man smoke as well from MVP. If this works out, they're actually going to gain a lot of ground. And oh, they're going to find Shagasaurus. He can't blink out as well because of the radiance. There's the vacuum, the 1-5 heroes with the wall to follow up as well. Just look at the amount of illusions created there. Music is dropping solo, has to force his PKB out Stampede. They were the ones ganking, and yet they are on the run.
Yep, it is bad news. I mean, I don't think anything more is gonna happen, even though that ultimate, oh, that's bad news. Now the song is coming out, and that's a safe TP for everybody. Or is it? Center? No.
And that vacuum wall, it just did so much damage to MVP. Just one hero made an entire team back off pretty much.
Yep, if the wall placement is good, then I mean those illusions, they hurt. The wall as such obviously does damage, and then all the buffs, debuffs, auras and whatnot, like it definitely does. But oh, Rochi, he has to be careful. He has no song, still 30 seconds on it. He's trying to come from the side, maybe even creep skipping, so he's really doing a good job. One illusion is going bottom, Sniper's trying to do it. Yep, he's doing a good job, so they can't go in the base if that creep wave is alive, but not alive, but look, even Mac used for it, just to keep the creeps alive, so they can do shrapnel damage.
Well, to be honest, they don't really need all that much. Darkseer, he's a little bit low on mana, but he really needs his vacuum only with Chibix to follow up. Chibix, he's so ready for the epicenter. Roji, oh, there's the song though. They don't know where Chibix is. They're just gonna kill the Mass Serpent wards.
Yeah.
Ice Path, they want Brewmaster. I'm not too sure if he's tanking up. There's the vacuum with the 4 enemy heroes. Epicenter comes through as well. Burst Strike lands on 2 enemy heroes, and those 2 heroes will go down. Actually, Fu with the 4 staff, he remains alive for the time being. And Musica going for 2 next. Sniper, BKB, and cooldown. Actually, buyback from Ysera as well. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Although, actually, Chibix, what? He blinked in aggressively and Burrow Strikes back to
There's
the
a
high
bottle
ground.
on the ground. Someone pick it up. There we go, Jakira. But that was a strange fight. I like the song, clearing out those wards and then trying to go for initiation for a fast kill. Ysera was the one falling here, I guess. That's a good trade, but still, they didn't achieve the one thing they need at the moment, driving Insidious Idol away from that
but
base.
the Hoofstomp on the 2. No, the Hex is there. Oh my god, will it be enough? The Ensnare comes out as well. They need to get him, but instead, Fu, he goes down on the center. Jakiro helps out on the 2 a little bit. They do get the kill in the end, but Warnot just taking a ridiculous amount of damage. Musica, will he be enough with the mech? Maybe Chibix. A nice 2-man Burrow Strike. Actually make it 3 even, but Chibix wanna go down in return, and MVP, they are holding on, and they're gonna get the counter kills. Polosan will go down, and Chegasaurus, can he escape? He has the blink and should be fine. Nope, Song of the Siren. Chegasaurus, is he gonna be fast enough? Musica or Roji? He runs a little bit to the wrong direction. They do get the Sarah though from this Brewmaster, so 4 heroes down.
That's not just 4 heroes down. That's as well like Ysera, who just bought back. So he's there just looking at his screen for 70 seconds, and it gives Naga now some time to actually push. And wow, I'm actually impressed. I mean, the objective damage was about 80% on a tier 3 tower, but overall MVP making a good move here. Like overall, this fight was definitely decent. The only problem is that, like, I don't know, the first initiation of that poor center Warrener, like, it completely failed. But with his buyback, he actually came back in the fight, and there he was like a value member. So interesting, to be honest. Like, they can't really capitalize on it, as in getting Roshan or pushing a tier 2 tower, but at least they achieved something, as in getting Insidious Idol off their chest for about a minute or a bit more. So let's see. I think Insidious Idol, that was a bit overextension, and they got nervous because they know the longer this game goes, the
Naga Siren definitely
it is
a
for the
huge
Naga
threat
Siren,
already. I mean, he has his Heart of the Rest now as well. 2.8k HP, 1.8k gold on top of it already. He is 3k ahead almost of the Sniper. And, well, I guess now the fights for Insidious Idol might go a little bit better. Last time around, the Vacuum was pretty nice up on 4 heroes. But the Epicenter Burst Strike follow-up was a little bit too late, so only connected onto 2. But now, with the Shiva's card being finished in Darkseer, he can slow the heroes down them himself first, buying a little bit of extra time to just get that perfect tanking combo off. Oh,
yep,
but what?
absolutely.
Chibix? Where? No! Oh, he gets the blink out with the 4-step as well. But he was playing
Look at his
fire.
mobility. Like, yeah. They're making it out. But still,
Oh,
oh my god. They're going in.
Stampede is there as well, just purely defensively. What the hell was the Naga thinking?
It's not just that, but like if they knew that this was pretty much a 5-on-2 or maybe a 5-on-4 if the 2 others would have followed up, because Ysera was still far away. Like, I think that was a interesting way for Insidious Idol to say hello, because if they knew, they could have just killed them really fast, even through a BKB.
Oh, but they're still just hanging around the sidelines. Roji is. He wants to set up something, got the Mass Serpent Doors go down. They have to pop the song just to kill off. Oh, actually, Fu, he went in, missed the Hoofstomp. Polosan, he's not even affected by the song. Actually, he's gonna go for the Hex now onto Fu as well. And Musica is taking so much damage already just from the Brewlings themselves. They're gonna go for the racks. They don't care about the kills. They got the Chakiro beforehand anyway. Musica pops his mech. Doesn't want to go for the biggie, but Chibix, he's gonna come in with the Epicenter. Musica, he goes down. No buyback on the Viper. Roji gonna get slowed down. The Shiva's card will be there as well. So just get the racks in Insidious Idol. Do not overextend yourself. Gonna get ensnared up. And, well, everybody else, they're just at the safe distance. Range Rex will go down first. Or actually, Cliff is there, but don't think it matters really.
This Cliff won't do anything because there are no buybacks. There are no buybacks on the 2 heroes that just died. On a Chakir anyway, yeah, he couldn't even do anything. And now, oh my god, they go for Rochi here. And oh, nice Echo Slam, but look at that wall. The wall will, I think, do the job for them. Or will it? No, 2 are already down. Rochi, nope. Illusion, too strong. The own illusion is just too strong.
And just look at you at the one sniper, 7.2k in the bank. That's like 7.2, what?
Yeah, he's pretty much bored with his gold. He doesn't even, need to buy anything. And to be honest, I'm pretty impressed by Isera's play there. That was a nice timing. Getting the wards up. Last time they saw what MVP did, they were like, hey guys, wards are up. We use the song, clear the wards, and then we go for a proper fight. But he did the right thing. Like, the wards were up, he's jumping in, getting that support kill, popping the ultimate, so they have the wards plus the pandalings that are immune, obviously, to the song, and they just couldn't prevent it. I mean, the funny part is that Isera, even while the song was on, he was 1-on-5ing pretty much the entire thing. He killed Chikiro, and he brought Viper below 50%, and by that time, the song was over, and then the rest of the team joined the fun.
Well, it was definitely fun for Insidious Idol, just going for a massacre kind of. And now Chu, he actually finishes up a Eye of Skadi as well. So, with the procs of the headshot slowing down, plus the Eye of Skadi as well, like nobody's running anywhere. But Nagasaki going for the Diffusal Blade now, in hopes of just doing something. They are 2 racks behind, but I guess if there's a hero to just deal with this, it is a Naga Siren. But I really feel like Roji, he was maybe a little bit too focused on going for team fights a little bit too often. He should have just sent his illusions to split push more, to just apply some pressure elsewhere.
But the split push would not have done much. Like, even with 1 or 2 lanes down, like Insidious Idol team fight, if they stick together, still stands. And there's nothing MVP can do at the moment. They just don't have an answer on that. Now with the Aegis on the Sniper, Sniper, by the way, spent his gold. Like, finally, he's down to only... I say that in this way, only 3k. But yeah, there comes the Manta, there comes the Eye of Skadi, and he still has 3k there. Like, he's so farmed. They double up the kill amount, Rosh, and 1 Rex to go. I just don't see it happening at the moment from MVP. There has to be a crazy fight coming out from MVP to stop this.
I mean, the previous fight before the last one, it went really good for MVP. Just, you can look at the graphs as well. They were making a slow comeback, but now with that last fight, just Insidious Idol once again so far ahead. And with the Aegis, with the Eye of Skadi and Sniper. Oh god, I mean, they have to kill him twice. And I'm not too sure if just the Naga Siren alone has it in him to do so.
And Coucher,
Yes.
are you disconnected as well?
Oh, I'm not. I'm still in
Is
the
the
game.
server lagging for you?
Not at all.
Never mind.
At least not yet. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay, never mind me
It's
then.
standard
because-
Southeast Asia, man.
Yeah, Southeast Asia. Like, I just had the red funny numbers on the top right of my screen. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh man, Chu is actually taking a crazy amount of damage just from a Viper Strike plus the Naga Illusions and Riptide and Radiance. He's down to 900 HP. And MVP, they need to hold on. And Pooh actually, oh, they hoofed them. Nice 4-step onto the Sniper's wall. They pop the Aegis before anything else at all happens. But Chegosaurus, he's in position. Yeah, oh, Chu, he gets the BKB off before the Ice Path though. He's going for one, but the Stampede is there. Song of the Siren as well. Ensnare onto Chu. He's going for the Assassinator. Never mind, actually. He's just standing, not right-clicking, not doing anything. But there's Chegosaurus. A nice Freeman vacuum wall comes out. Warlord. He's somehow still alive. Chu, is he gonna go down? The mech keeps him alive for a little while longer. The Surge as well. Are you kidding me? They need to get the kill in the back lines though, Chibix. He did get the epicenter, so 2 for 2 so far, and the tier 4s, well, they're already down just to the creeps alone. That's a huge mistake for MVP, but Musica will lose his life. 2 Chibix and the Brewmaster primal split, and even
Yeah, they're buying back, but this is pretty much done. Like, even with the 2 down, they're still trying. They're still TPing in. They're holding those Raxes. They're well aware of 6.82. There were miracles happen, but Rochi, I don't know, he's gonna follow them, but they're busy just with creeps. The creeps alone bring the throne down now to like 70%. The tier 4s, you already said it, down. You just can't play passive around only 2 Rex left with nothing else in your base standing.
To be honest, I'm not too sure how the Rex or the tier 4s even went down. Naga Siren alone should be enough to just keep the lanes pushed out. So, I mean, maybe not pushed out too far, but at least not reach the tier 4s.
He used the illusion, sending it in against Sniper. They cleared it out relatively fast, and also I think it's actually the right decision to send the illusions against Insidious Idol, so they can't initiate with their Blink Daggers, because you disable the
Yeah, but
Blink
you don't
Daggers.
need all the illusions to do that.
But yeah, I guess you could send like one of the illusions into another lane, but apparently he didn't. I mean, the base is apparently still standing. The throne is regenerating up with his 2.9 HPS. So is the melee Rex, obviously in the mid. The range Rex didn't get too much damage, but still, like, they just bought themselves another 5 minutes at best, I think. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and MVP is starting like offensive now and suddenly Insidious Idol can't do anything, but I just doubt that. Like, they still have an awesome advantage. Like, that is what, in XP, almost 20k, and we're heading towards the 25k in net worth. No, I just don't think so.
Look at Polosan. Refresher Orb, Iron Scepter level 3 ultimate.
And he's in the enemy base.
Yeah.
You know what? He's there. He's gonna go for the throne. He's gonna go for the double Mass 7 boards throne.
Oh, the Song of the Siren. It's the beautiful opening for Polosan. He's gonna go in, but can they get the kills? Promise Pit was there as well, Warnut. He's dropping solo and double Mass Serpent Ward. I think this is GG and Glyph was used already, but once it wears off, they need to bring them down. I don't think it's fast enough, and yeah, it's
The macro fire on the wards. I think he was wishing like, oh, I wish we could kill those wards with macro fire, but unfortunately you can't. Like, what a nifty little play by Polosan. That was fun.
Well, in Insidious Idol, they pretty much had the upper hand in the game throughout the entirety of this.
Yeah, except for the first blood. I mean, Isera feeling that first blood, that was a huge question mark for me. But everything else was completely in Insidious Idol's hand. But still, this is the group stage here of the MPGL. We are HeflaTV. My name is HeflaTV. Casting with me is Culture. And we have a game number 2. So, yeah, just hang in there, guys. We're back in some minutes.